Hi, my name is Sarah Greisdorf. I'm the director of Boston Hacks at Boston University. And today we're going to be talking about utilizing your off-season. So first we're going to define what that means, how you can figure out what you want to work on during that time, making a plan to do that, and getting started. So first, what is your off-season? So as I'm sure most people can attest, your hackathon happens once a year, and then there's a bunch of time that happens before you need to start planning for your next hackathon. That's the time to think about what problems did we experience during our last event, and how can we solve for those during this time before we get into the hustle and bustle of starting to plan for our next hackathon. So for us here at Boston Hacks, our event takes place in November, this year specifically, November 16th and 17th, come on out. And then we pretty quickly go into winter break. After that, we have pretty much the entirety of our spring semester, where we don't need to start planning for our hackathon yet, but we have time to work on those things that we didn't quite get to, that went wrong at our last event, or anything like that, before jumping into hackathon prep during the summer and into the fall. So for us, we wanted to think about three main things. How can we grow technically as an organization, building out technical projects? How can we support our organizing community, those people who have dedicated their time to making this event possible? And how can we support our school's larger hacker community? So we started by doing a ton of brainstorming. Very actionable. That looks like writing ideas out on sticky notes and every 5 minutes switching to a new topic, getting as many ideas down as you can. We then discussed them as a group and picked the ones that we thought were going to be most actionable, things that we could definitely get done within the next couple months and have the largest impact on our organization. So starting with those technical projects, we thought about what are those problems that we had that can be best solved with technical solutions. We have a lot of computer science and engineering majors on our organizing team, as I'm sure many of you do, and so how can we utilize all of their skills to better our hackathon? Plus, it's a great way to get a side project on your resume. So for us, that looked like building out a couple different projects, starting with our sponsorship portal. As I'm sure people know, sometimes you have people who are on your sponsorship team and then they graduate. We lose that record of what the communication looked like with that sponsor, and so we're entering the next sponsorship season a little bit in the dark. We built out a sponsorship portal to centralize all that communication and have a really great record of it, so we know when we move into the next season what our communication with that sponsor looks like before and how can we best approach them in this next season. We also had a judging portal for making demo time a little bit easier, a registration portal for application season, a museum website to look back on our hackathon in the past, and automatic deployment so we could spend less time staging and more time in production. Our sponsorship portal, judging portal, and registration portal are all being open source this fall, so you can use them for your hackathons as well. We also focused on ways that we can get to know our organizing team better and build a stronger community there. There's a lot of research and evidence that shows that when people feel supported and welcome in a community, they want to engage with it more, and that kind of looks like wanting to spend more time preparing for the hackathon. So for us, that looked like doing a movie night together. I hosted everyone at my house for dinner. We celebrated our seniors that were graduating. And we put everyone into Harry Potter-style houses named after Boston neighborhoods. And people could earn points for their team by supporting the hackathon or helping out a fellow organizer in some way. The winning team got a dinner out on Boston Hacks' dime. The last area is the hacker community. So what are actionable steps we can take to support our school's hacker community? Yes, your event might only be happening 1 year, but your hacker community doesn't just disappear when that happens. So for us, that looked like putting on a workshop series, stuff that our organizing team knew that we could share with other people, putting on a mini hack day, kind of like local hack day, but we called it a junkathon, building out those ideas that aren't really going to go anywhere but are fun to try out, and supporting our freshmen as they enter this fall. We're going to be having another mini hack day slash kind of information session for freshmen this September to introduce them to Boston Hacks and the larger technical and hacker community at BU. There are so many other ideas that I didn't get to talk about that we couldn't even get to this season, but I would be more than happy to help anybody brainstorm, and I encourage you to get together with your organizing team even before you reach that off season to talk about what are things that we want to work on so that you can make the absolute most of your year. Like I said, my name is Sarah. You can email me, sarah21@bu.edu. Much love from my hackathon to yours. Thanks.